Yeah, ready as ever, be. I guess
right.
I'll do the intro.
3, 2.
I'm fucking hungry.
Okay, let's restart. God damn it.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is CastScarab9 with the HCM Team on our very first episode of Big Chillin, the podcast series where we talk about whatever the hell we would like. Today's video is going to be our developer update, where we sit down with the entire team and we talk about pretty much everything that's been going on behind the scenes, what we're doing for the future of the channel, and also just some extra tidbits here and there. It's kind of our way of being able for you guys to get to know us and for us to get to know you within the comments. So without further ado, we'll get the show started. Tonight's show, we have everybody here. We got TheOneZeroBois, we also got Lilly Draws Paws, Crazy Eve, and we also have NateSpidey18. Nate and Eve are the newest members of the HCM team, and ever since, we've had them come aboard, things have just lit up around here in like the greatest way possible. So without enough me rambling, why don't we get to everybody else?
What do you mean?
When you
By everyone else?
I don't know. I don't know.
So many people here. There's so many. There's 20 people here. Oh no, it's a crowd. Oh my! I'm being overflooded. Help!
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess going forward, Nate, it's been good to have you aboard for the past what is it, like 3-4 months now? I think. Possibly.
I have been here for 3 and 4 months, yet I have managed to become a team member of HighCouncilMedia, which is fucking crazy till this day.
Okay. A core team member, I would like to add.
A core team member. I feel like I'm a fucking executive of the company.
Oh man.
I mean, I'll agree as long as you keep drawing me as a cat girl.
Yeah, I would say it's been a pretty crazy ride. I mean, Nate's handiwork can be seen right here in this video.
Everything you see right here was built on me. The fucking blender render, the spectralizer, the Discord icon you see us fucking talking, and even like the music playing in the background.
Oh yeah, which has all been some great stuff, and I mean, might I add, it's just a wonderful look and feel. Like we were discussing the fucking design for this background for like hours, and I'm pretty sure I was annoying you at some parts with how much shit we had to include in this one fucking render.
Yeah, like even with the limitation my PC has, I couldn't render all of this at once. I had to render it piece by piece.
Oh yeah.
Like, I had to render the walls separately, and then, like, areas from, like, the ammo crate to the chair that Maz is sitting on, and then put our character models in there with the desk. It was a fucking time-consuming... God damn, I got hiccups. It was a time-consuming process.
Oh yeah, but totally worth it. This shit looks amazing.
It really does. And for those who have been around, you probably noticed that since Eve has been a new member... you can tell that Eve is not there, as well as Larry.
I'm so depressed, guys. You're hearing my tone.
Okay, so here's a little bit of an insider. We made this shit before making this, before we had Eve on the team, so...
Oh yeah, this was kind of on the back burner for like months. And that's the thing about what we do here, is we actually kind of plan a lot of what we do within the span of like months, sometimes up to like 6 months. We plan in advance for stuff. I guess for tonight's podcast, we'll talk about some updates going on, because we've reached some big milestones pretty quick, and it wouldn't, honestly, these things wouldn't happen without you guys watching. Thank you all so much for all this incredible support over the past several months. We've just been blowing up. All you guys subscribing, liking the video, sharing the stuff, and even on the Discord, getting able to know everybody that we've had through the game nights. And speaking of game nights, that's how we got Eve on board, actually, on the team. She participated. Yeah, actually, Nate, you can tell the story if you want.
So yeah, like, Eve started joining game nights on a regular basis. If you watch the game night videos, you have seen Eve probably ever since I think the normal infection on Broadwalk.
Yeah.
Which was the first ever video I helped edit with the new concept of like switching POVs and all that. I mean, ever since she's been joining game nights, and that's where we start looking into her about like what she could do and all this other stuff. She does drawings, so that gave us motivation to bring her along, as she's also someone who does things that not many of us as a team does. Like, each member of the team has a skill set of what they could do. I could do 3D modeling. I mean, if you guys want to pitch in what you guys do, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I specialize in graphic design, writing, VFX, directing, also, I mean, definitely an art director. That's something that I do on board here, as well as performing maintenance on the server, keeping things up to date, and gathering the input from everybody, from fellow team members to people within the server, and how we can better our quality of life within the Discord to make this place really feel like a welcoming environment for anybody that comes in. So I kind of do a little bit of everything. I mean, eventually when I get my new PC, which will be talked about a little later in tonight's video, I might even be helping out on the Blender side of things too. Might be, learning some stuff from Nate on how to do modeling and how to pretty much do everything that he does. So that way we could have more people doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's where I contribute, as well as running the channel.
What I do is I help edit the videos, do graphic designing, modeling designing, scene modeling. I could do that, but I just haven't done any. Writing, body acting, voice acting, directing, pretty much almost all of the above.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Nate, I see how it is. Man's literally said, I'm good at everything. I'm so good at everything.
That's not
Hey,
hard.
hey,
I would say
I said
I would say this.
almost everything, okay?
I've
So-
seen your crap. You're
And-
good at everything at this point.
And I would say this for Lilly Draws Paws and for Eve here, is that with them and also with Zero, we have had some of the best moderating in this server possible. I mean, for what's been going on, for how responsive that you guys have been. And one of the things that we really aim here is we try making the server as friendly of a place as possible. And, there are some bad eggs that enter the server from time to time. We've had some things, of course, no server's perfect, so we've had like people that have, tried starting drama, and we've had that stuff just as quickly shut down as possible, thanks to them, as soon as it happens, and making sure this place just stays like ship shape. Honestly, I can't, thank you guys enough for how we've been able to keep such a great quality of life here. And, it's been thanks to you guys. It really has. So that's what I'll say there.
And also, talking about the Discord server, there will be plans of adding additional stuff and more variety to connect with us via the Discord server. So if you guys actually want to come join and connect with some of the events that we have planned in the future, then be sure to go to the link in the description and join the server.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I guess one of the things we could just talk about right now in the video, we could talk about some team morale, how everybody's doing. I'll go last. So why don't we just start? Let's start with Eve. Eve, how do you feel being here?
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's put you on the spot.
You son of a bitch. How the morale is? I think
Yeah.
I genuinely.
Sorry.
I genuinely. No, you're good. You're really good.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Everything.
like, how do you feel about being here, and like how the whole HCM experience has been for you?
It's very emotional. I was crying. No, genuinely, like when I first joined, I was like really nervous and everything. There was like, to me, it was like a lot of people compared to like, other chats. There was a lot more people here, in a sense. Like it's not like there's nothing. I feel very welcomed. Nate is very abusive to me. Totally not breaking my heart every day or anything.
Fucking excuse me, lady. I don't break your heart. I break your mentality.
But yeah, like I can interact with like Miss, like with Zero, Nate. I don't interact with them. I just fight with this dude. And with you, like genuinely, I've never been so like more. I guess I wouldn't say this in a weird way, but I do feel very loved in this chat, like this channel.
Clearly.
The one thing that could be better if Nate was nice to me. No, I don't care. I like the rivalry. I like the hatred he puts into my soul.
It's like you guys have like a Goku and Vegeta rivalry going.
Like, here's the thing. I don't give like
special treatment. Care.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're my friend, I would act a little bit of an asshole, but I do put love behind it.
What love, bro?
Yeah, so tough love, right?
It's pretty much tough love.
Bro, it's a sword of fists. I mean, he's connecting them, aren't they?
Like, here's the thing. I don't do no goddamn fucking family friend. Like, oh hey guys, I'm here to support the children. I like fuck them kids. I don't care about them kids.
That's abuse. I'm calling the police.
Ain't no abuse. But like, here's the thing. If you just see me acting casual to you, then that means like I don't really see you as a friend. But if you see me like here and there being just a little bit of a dick, but just note that it's not me trying to be an asshole, like fuck you and all this shit.
Well, hey, I mean, you'd say fuck you, Cass, to me like in every fucking game I eat.
Well, like okay, like here's the thing. I don't say fuck you, Cass, with aggression.
No, you never do. You never do.
No.
Like, here's the thing. I never put any aggression when I, get into character when recording. Like, here's the thing. That's also the other thing I do. When I'm recording with friends, I would like to troll around, dick around, have fun with friends. But, like, we're still having fun at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But, like, off camera, I'm just chill as shit. I don't talk shit. I'm just vibing out with Cass and Zero, watching memes on YouTube. Just funny enough, me and Cass were just die laughing.
Oh shit!
Me and Cass,
yeah.
we were die laughing over this kid in high school saying, "Fuck this shit." Teacher says, "Get out." Legit, this man just pick up a fucking desk and just straight up yeet that shit across the fucking class. And me and Cass were just die laughing. Just losing our breath. And like,
that was so great.
And like that's
some
how
inspirational quotes in there.
Yeah, I would say
when you throw hands or people.
And that's how it actually bees like when we're not on camera, because we're just chilling out, being friends and all that. But when we're recording, that's when the best friend mode comes in. It's like, you know what? I gotta make this shit entertaining as possible.
Oh yeah. So now I guess since you got the floor right now, Nate, how's everything been for your experience here at HCM? And how do you feel about the group, man?
All I can say is it changed me in a positive way. Like, I have people here who I trust, who I could talk things about either privately or, sharing ideas. Because I have a lot of ideas coming into this channel. And even with the announcement within the server which I'm probably going to make a video about this on my channel, that I am transferring almost all of my machinimas to HighCouncilMedia so we can get production, at least some production into it, and probably get release, hopefully, because I'm fucking tired of delaying it. And like every time I try to get a session, I barely get anyone within the requirement counts of the Body Act. I would wait 30 minutes after, the time hits, and then, like, at least one person would join. So, like, fuck. So...
That's not very gamer.
And, like, that's also the other reason why I switched my machinimas to HighCouncilMedia, is because HighCouncilMedia got the team and the promising of getting body actors within the session, as we did with 343, Halo Infinite, and some other things.
That was a fantastic short we all put together.
It was.
Oh yeah.
I hated my voice so much. I hated my
It was
voice
super
so much.
Yeah.
It's funny enough how almost everyone here, like, as soon as we heard Maz's recorded, we all said, no, I first said this saying, like...
Yeah, you're the one that got that fucking shit stuck in my head once you freaking said it, and I couldn't freaking unhear it.
I legit just listened to the audio and said, like, why the fuck did she sound like Dora the Explorer?
Bruh. Rude.
Why you do me dirty? Why you do me dirty?
Yeah, so to bring things back on track real quick, one person here has been very quiet the entire time. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Zero. My guy, you there?
How y'all doing?
Everything's doing good. So
Nice.
Zero, you've been working on some stuff, and we've also been talking about team morale. So yeah, what's your input been? I mean, you originally were a fan of the channel, and then you came on board, and then you started pitching your ideas and wanting to start making machinima and everything. And yeah, why don't you share it with the audience, like your experience with HCM and where you want to take things,
Hell yeah, man. It's been quite the ride, just working with you guys, shoot, I don't know how to put it into words. It's difficult for me to explain it because I don't know. It's an experience it's something that you aren't gonna have to experience rather than me having to tell you. We work here as a team. Everyone's here for each other. If you need help on a project or if you need anything for a project, everyone here is willing to lend a hand. And I think that's the greatest part about this community that we have here is that everyone's here willing to lend a hand no matter what.
Yeah,
my experience here so far it's just been great.
Hell yeah.
I've been getting help for my project too. Hopefully soon enough I'm able to release it within time.
Oh yeah, what do you think? What's your window for production, and when would you aim to what's a rough goal as to when you would want to get to out there for everybody to watch?
A rough goal. Well, I'm almost done with the script. I need to iron out some kinks into it. And then I think maybe December maybe?
Yeah,
November somewhere.
That seems pretty solid.
Somewhere near the end of this year,
Yeah. I mean, that could definitely work. I mean, we're going to be going into some pretty heavy production pretty soon, actually.
For a lot of projects, yes.
Yeah, so we'll dive into that a little later, but now we need to ask Maz as well. How do you feel about the group? How have things been for you? You were away for a little bit on your birthday. If you want to share with how that went, it'd be cool. But yeah, how have you been, Maz? How's everything been going?
Honestly, when I first came here, you guys kind of just picked me up like I was a lost puppy.
Hey, do not include me because I was not around that time.
Yeah, actually,
no,
it was,
I don't know.
it was
Well-
before Nate.
It was way before me and Eve.
Yes.
I just mean Cast and Zero just kind of was like, oh look, a cat. I'm taking this home now. Hey Cast, look, I have a cat.
Cass, can we please camper? It's a cat.
Fine, we can keep it.
Damn.
Hello. And they were just like, oh god.
You know
Oh,
who
God.
else can do it? I can't do my muscle man voice right now.
Oh man.
Damn, these
But yeah,
kiwis are being out of hand.
I just turned 21, so I went to Vegas and just absolutely got smashed.
Woo! She can legally get drunk.
I know, I can legally buy alcohol.
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 Maz, are you drunk right now?
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I
have to be drunk. That's crazy.
All right, so Maz, is that everything you want to talk about, or do you got anything else?
Pretty much. I mean, all I do is pretty much share my art on here. I do a little bit of voice acting with you guys, and that's about it.
All right,
Yeah.
so I guess we can switch this on to Alex, who's on top of the ammo cabinet. So Alex, you got anything to say?
Hell yeah, man.
All right, all right. So I guess we can switch this on to Alex, who's on top of the ammo cabinet. So Alex, you got anything to say?
Hell yeah, man.
Well, yeah.
It's been
Perfect. All right, let's move on.
All right, so I'll go over some stuff real quick about just some things going on behind the scenes with me, and actually some pretty interesting news that I actually haven't told any of you. So this is going to be some pretty cool shit because nobody in the group knows about this, and they're going to be the first to know here. You guys are going to be the first to know here too. But yeah, here we go. So aside from running the HighCouncilMedia YouTube channel and being in charge of the uploading and all that sort of stuff, I do have my separate YouTube channel as well. My second channel, CastScarab9. It's kind of just an account that I've just been commenting with from time to time on some of the HCM videos. Well, like, I'm going to circle back to it real quick, but there's going to be more content coming to HCM. A lot more content. And aside from Machinima, we have a wide variety that's going to be coming. And we're not going to give away anything just yet. But we have been very, very hard at work trying to make sure that we can bring just very engaging and fun content that a lot of people can enjoy, because aside from the Machinima stuff that we do here, we also want to make sure that we can tackle things on YouTube, not just as Machinima creators, but as actual YouTubers and people that want to entertain to a much larger scale. So now, how does this go back to the CastScarab9 YouTube channel? Is I'm planning, I can't say for certain, and it's just an idea that sprung into my head actually today, but I'm thinking I might post some behind the scenes videos on what's going on with certain HCM projects on that channel. Just so that way you guys can see a little bit of the creative process that's going on behind the scenes with a lot of the stuff that we have moving forward. But aside from that, some of these updates to HCM, of course, are going to include new branding. We're working right now with some graphic designers on creating some fantastic new designs for the channel that would provide a fresh look and feel that kind of also goes back to pays homage to all the content that we've had come before. It's going to be really exciting to unveil that, and we're going to have a huge kind of unveiling for it all. It's not just going to be switched. Like, we're actually going to take the time to make something of good quality to show this unveiling of new content and new artwork and everything. In terms of Machinima, because we started with Machinima, and Machinima is always going to have a special place in all of our hearts. Odyssey Part 2, I'll go into that for a little bit because I've been kind of quiet on the whole thing. And of course, there was a update video that was made not too long ago about new voice actresses on board for the project. And Eve is actually one of the voice actresses coming to Odyssey.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think it's cool. And we also have another voice actress as well. So, it was amazing how fast, as soon as that video went up the same day, we got, two fantastic women on board to play these roles. And then moving forward, we have a couple of other recasts that we're doing for Odyssey involving some elite characters, involving a Spartan, which we've already gotten the voice actor for. So if any of you guys want to voice for an elite, just join the Discord, let me know, send me an audition, and we'll see if we can get you set up. But the creative process behind Odyssey Part 2 has been a bit more of this massive and highly ambitious project where I looked at Part 1. I've watched Part 1 countless of times, not just because it's my own video, but for how I'm looking at ways that I can take what I've learned from Part 1 and improve things in Part 2. And there's actually some techniques that have never been done before in Machinima to this day that I'm going to be bringing to Part 2. As crazy as that sounds for anybody listening that is serious about Machinima, I have found some new concepts that have never been done, and I can't wait to unveil them to the world when Part 2 happens. And I mean, I don't want to talk too highly about the projects because I don't like to get people too hyped. So the thing is set expectations low, so that way when the show happens, that it can just knock the socks off anybody's expectations. That's kind of the attitude that I look at these things. So, the thing is that I do plan to try making Odyssey Part 2 5 times better than Part 1. And we're going to be having body acting sessions for it September through October. And my idea is to get it for a December release, kind of like Part 1. So almost a year later. But since I'm terrible with my release dates, and I've been known to be terrible for my release dates, the latest I would ever want to get Part 2 out by, the absolute latest, and I'm still going to be trying to shoot as hard as I can for that December deadline, but the latest, if I can't make December, would be March of next year. Because we got to be realistic here. Life happens, things get in the way, and machinima is something that we do as a hobby. It's not a career. So, it's something that when there's free time, it's always something to come back to. But then I would say some other things to talk about in terms of behind the scenes with me too. New equipment. I've been recently getting a lot of new hardware and have been actually doing small renovations in my office space to help maximize work area, to have higher quality equipment to record with, to just help further content on this channel. I pay for it all out of my own pocket. We don't have a YouTube partnership here yet. So, I do this because I love to do it, and I love, making people's days with the content we make here. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about in terms of my stuff. And so I guess what we could do now is we could take the floor to Nate. He can talk about the projects that he's bringing to the channel. Some stuff that you're doing behind the scenes that you want to share. And yeah, let's hear it, man. Like, what's some stuff that you want to share involving projects?
Okay, so one project has been recently in the works by me, and I'm still at the moment of this recording and probably the release of this video, I'm still writing this project, and it's one of the projects that's been listed as my project has been transferred to HCM, and which I'll tell you guys which project it is. The only progress I have is just 13 pages of writing with some dialogue. I'm trying to put action in it with a lot of dialogues, which in the past, a lot of people have been telling me that I need to stop writing a shit ton of characters, which, number one, fuck you, I can't help it, okay? It's a habit. And number two, it's my writing, I get to do whatever I want. And I've been told by many people to say, like, oh, just do a project with smaller amount of characters. Like, dude, I don't know how to do that. I can't make a film with just 2 people. I'm not like Cass, who made RTR. At the moment of this project, I'm still writing it. I only have 2 forge maps made for scenes. One of them has actually been teased within a short on my channel. I'm not gonna tell you which. You guys are gonna find out yourself if you want to do some Easter egg hunting. But I already made the artwork for the release of it, and also the trailer for it. And I've also made a poster of it, only by the animation of Blender. Which, talking about the project now, the name of the project will be Red and Black, which has been teased on my channel once, and then it never actually happened. It just says that it's still in production. Which now, it's going to be released on HighCouncilMedia. It won't be released on my channel. Well, the only thing I could see of Red and Black related to be released on my channel is possibly deleted scenes and all that.
So, here's a question for you. So Red and Black, I've seen like a trailer for it a long time ago. Probably must have been like a year ago. And so, I don't know too much about it, right? Even though we've been working together for a while already. But to everybody else out there that doesn't really know what Red and Black is about, what can we expect from Red and Black? Like, what kind of story does it offer? Is it like a red versus blue kind of thing, yeah.
I hear people say like, "Oh, you're just making another RVB." Like, no, I'm not. You may think I'm making another RVB, but the story is not. The story is definitely not RVB related.
You tell him. You tell him, boss.
So, Red and Black is like the 2 main protagonists. There will be other side protagonists, which I'm going to tell you. Cass and Zero is playing as the other protagonist. We have 2 antagonists in it. Don't have the anyone voicing them, which I'm still considering of making a casting call or just DMing people privately if I think they have the potential of the character. But the story just keeps getting new ideas and then taking out old ideas. But one thing I'm trying to keep the element of is keeping it action based, and Red and Black was originally going to be the comedy based. Like back 2 years ago, I made Red and Black 1 from using iMovie from the phone, and it was like just middle of nowhere, no context. It's like an RVB Easter egg. But then I made the part 2, and then I never made it again until recently, like a year ago. I released it again with a new logo and all that, and now here we are. I'm in production of it. The only progress I have of it is only the maps. Some people got casted as my ideal cast, and I'm not done with the writing. All I can say is for the writing is I'm writing the portion of the rising action. If you guys know about that, what's that word? Like the whole thing of like the intro, then the rising action.
Oh yeah, there's the
climax.
Yeah.
I'm currently at the rising action point.
I see. Okay.
So I'm still trying to find a way to have what I originally thought, smooth its way into the story. Like I'm having one portion of my mind is saying like, I don't know if you could do that. People might find it confusing, and my other half is gonna be like, it could probably fucking work. People won't notice it. One thing I really want to do is animation, which, yes, I could do poses on Blender, but the one thing I'm still trying to learn that I haven't really fucked around with and found out is animation, because I tried to do animation in 60 FPS, but that actually reduces the time frame. It's pretty hard. Like, if you guys seen the game night of the cinematic intro of all 6 of us, it took time to do it, and it's not easy. Like I have to configure it and all that.
Oh yeah, it's extremely tedious work. Very.
I don't have another project in mind as a green light yet.
I mean, one project that caught my eye was the one that I helped with, Turf War. I know I body acted for like 2 scenes in it.
Yeah, Turf War isn't going to be on HCM. It's going to be on my channel. It's going to be the first film and my last film on my channel, because I have given up making machinima for just my channel. I'm going to keep my channel as content based only, because content making, like trying to be a content creator on my separate channel, I find that more enjoyable than trying to make machinimas and just, being devastated into society. You know what? Fuck it, I'm delaying it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I would
slammed his table to say that.
I would say that making machinima is a lot of fun, but I feel as though that, especially with the direction Halo was going in, and right now it's kind of, I would say we're kind of almost, at least the way that I kind of put it, is we're kind of like in this Halo purgatory,
Right.
where it's like we are kind of just caught between like heaven and hell. We're being like drip fed content by 343, and not only that, but also like 343 with Halo Infinite has been so like unfriendly towards content creators, especially machinima makers, that like my biggest concern is, and like we've seen this happen with like big Halo YouTubers, not even just machinima people, but like big Halo YouTubers, like talking about leaving the franchise and exploring other games. And we could save this for like a totally different podcast, but it's really, I would say, one of the things is that, like, moving forward, I mentioned the idea that we're expanding content here, and this is why. We can't survive off Halo alone, and and the thing is like I highly recommend for you guys that even have made it this far into the podcast, thank you, number 1. But number 2, also, like, please be sure to give the other kinds of content we have on the channel a try. Because we do put a lot of our like heart and souls into it. We all enjoy making videos, and so just leaving a like, and even if you just watch like a minute to win, it just means a world of a difference.
Yeah, and even with the content making, I'm planning on placing out some like new editing techniques from the videos. instead of just having game nights being just, you know, one raw clip of just me and Cass, our point of views is being switched. I'm also planning of, like, you know, chopping up the videos to get that funny segment.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
I
can definitely try.
I haven't tested because we haven't done a recent game night, which I'm probably gonna like do a new editing technique with maybe the August game night, which probably would be coming up soon.
Oh yeah, definitely very soon. It's already the 20th, so we gotta start planning that.
Okay, then maybe after this podcast we can make an announcement and, you know, talk about ideas and all that.
Yeah, that sounds good.